Hey guys, Jerry Wetzel here, and we're going to take another look at headlocks, this time from the front. We had done a video previously about your usual kind of brawlers headlock where I throw a punch and I miss and I just grab him by the head here, and we talked about the dangers of getting caught there and some strategies for escaping. In this segment we're going to get into front headlock, and this is where you more commonly see the guillotine choke. Where this happens, this is the front headlock right here. Okay, he's in front of me, and I've grabbed him. Come towards me just a little bit. There we go. And I've grabbed a hold of his head in here. The danger in this, like so many other techniques, is just that it's very easy and requires no skill, and you're only about a half step away from getting choked unconscious. So allowing somebody to grab my head in that position is very dangerous. When you couple that with the fact that I may be holding onto his head and draw a weapon and put this into play here, and he can't see what's going on. When you add into that my buddies may be also coming in and kicking and punching and stabbing or doing whatever they're going to do, it gets even more dangerous. So while it seems innocuous at first, like, oh, okay, you grabbed onto your head, it can get really bad really quickly, so we want to learn how to get out of there. In MMA, or in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the guillotine choke is one of the first standing submissions you learn, and you can apply it in different positions on the ground as well. And what I'm doing is taking this front headlock right here, where I just grabbed onto his head, and then I'm squeezing and lifting and putting the guy to sleep. And you can squeeze and lift, and it's very effective. And if a person is under adrenal stress and they're really, really yoked out and really spazzed out, even without ever learning that choke, they can choke somebody out just by panicking and squeezing for all they can. So we need to find a way to get out of this position. Where I might end up in this situation is if I slip, or in the middle, take one step forward please, thank you. In the middle of the situation, I decide I'm going to try and get on, take him down or grab on, and it just works out for him that he leans forward and grabs onto my head here. So let me turn you here. So in this position, with my head this far in front of my hips, I'm in a bad situation. If I find that as we're boxing in here, as I'm punching him in here, he pulls my head down, the first thing I want to try and do is look to the ceiling. I want to drive my head up as quickly as I can. If I can do that, if I catch it early enough, when he tries to grab on here, go ahead, he's in a kind of compromised spot. He doesn't have the leverage to pull me down, and he can't really finish the choke, and I can continue around and work my escape. So my first level of defense there, my first level of defense is when he grabs on here, is to try and get my hips under my head and look to the ceiling. But let's say I didn't work that out. He got it, he clamped on quick. So when he grabs on, he's got a good hold. I'm going to have him hold kind of lightly just so I can continue to talk. The first thing I'm going to do in here, or rather the first thing I need to watch for, is that panic reflex when he grabs on has me start pawing at his arms in here, at his hands, trying to protect my airway. And he has much more leverage than me. So he'll be able to hold on and squeeze, and he'll eventually be able to finish this. There's not enough leverage for me to defend the choke here. So instead, I need to kind of take away his leverage, his ability to give good pressure, and then I need to get out of here. What I'm going to do is, as he grabs on, this arm, the one opposite the side my head is on, is going to hook all the way over so my elbow is over his shoulder, and I want to pull his shoulder down to me. This hand here is going to come in, monitor this area, or even push the hip out a little bit. What I'm trying to do is take him out of position here where he was strong, and make him have to try and choke and squeeze and lift from out here. So I've already taken away a lot of leverage, a lot of his ability to really do damage, but he's not going to just let go from there, so I need a little bit more to fully resolve this situation. So I'm in here, we throw punches, he grabs onto my head and I'm stuck. I go here and I pull this shoulder down and I move his hip out. At this point, what I'm going to do, let me turn you a little bit, is I want to move to the opposite side my head is on. So my head's on his right, I'm going to step to his left so that I'm straddling this leg. And from here I can bump this leg and I'm going to take him to the ground. Here. Once I've established position in here, I can really start to work against that choke. One more time. He gets a hold of the head here, I hook the shoulder and I pull it into me. I block out the hip and I take his leverage away. Go ahead and, there you go. I move over to the side, and I'm going to bump this as I drive back with my head and move him to the ground. There's a common misconception that you'll be able to strike your way out of this. So it looks something like this. He grabs on, and his groin is exposed, so I'm going to punch in here, and I'm going to slap in here, and I'm going to do all kinds of mean stuff. Maybe I'm going to bite him. That may get an effect, but it's not reliable. Things that just cause pain aren't reliable. I don't know what his pain tolerance is or what chemicals he has in his system. So it's not reliable for me to hit him and hope that he'll let go. Whatever I do has to take his leverage away so I can stop him even if he's not feeling pain at the moment. Once I get to that dominant position, once I dump him on the ground, I have leverage to now break grip and turn the tide in my favor. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.